no religious beliefs.
So hold on. Please, viewers all over the world, listen to this. A pagan, according to your dictionary definition, is a person who has no religious beliefs.
Correct.
Continue.
A person who belongs to a modern religion that includes beliefs and activities that are not from any of the main religions of the world.
Now listen. Okay, for example, did he say for example?
Yes, the worship of nature. They are trying to stop some pagans from doing a nature ceremony.
Now, I would require you to use your Google and type etymology of the word pagan. That is what you ask Google now.
Okay.
Etymology of the word pagan.
Okay, 1 minute. The etymology of the word
pagan
is.
What is the origin in Latin?
The origin in Latin
is pagus.
Is correct.
Now, look under the pagus. You will see the old Latin paganus.
Correct. Yes.
Now, what is under that paganus? What did you see there?
Paganus, yes. Villager, rustic.
A pagan is simply a villager. Onye ime obodo. Remember, I think 5 years ago, I started making a teachings on etymology. I made a masterclass, which is still on YouTube and Facebook. I first of all made that teaching on TikTok. I called it etymology, the origin of everything. I took my time to explain to you that the greatest thing the white men did is to hide the knowledge of etymology from Africans. For every spoken word, there is an etymology for that word. Etymology means isimbido. The Igbo word for etymology should be isimbido. Ntonani. Isimbido. Kedebe okwu asi. Kedebe isimbido okwu asi. What is the origin of this word? Now, everybody is hearing pagan, pagan, pagan. Growing up, we were told that pagan bonye na ekpele alụsị. Is that not what we are told?
Correct.
We grew up. We started understanding that for a dictionary to be complete, they have to first of all coin it with the etymology. Now, for me to shock you, listen to this. Casey, if I tell you that the word English is actually a new word introduced to the Britons, will you say yes or no?
Yes.
Listen, English as a language is a new word introduced to the Britons. Okay, let me bring it down now. You see this place I know England. Kelechi, have you ever in your life checked the etymology of the word English?
I have not.
Okay. The word English, this is how it came to be. If I tell you that the English people have German blood, this is how it happened. If they tell you that the monarchy of England are from German, will you say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Let me introduce the storyline how it happened. As at 5th century CE, the three Germanic tribes, which are the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes, marched into an expedition into Britain, present-day England, conquered several territories. The Angles and the Saxons did much of the spoils, shared most of the spoils. The Jutes were part of the spoils sharers, but the Angles and the Saxons gained more of the spoils. Like Saxon is one tribe, Angles, A-N-G-L-E, one tribe, Jute, G-U-J-U-T-E, one tribe, one of the Germanic tribes that came to conquer Britons. They pushed the Britons downward as at 5th century CE, and they became the empire ruling them. Now, if you look up the English word ISH, ish, the word ISH, you will see the dictionary will tell you it is a suffix added to nouns or adjectives to make it to represent position. English, reddish, blackish. It modifies the noun to represent ownership.
Correct.
Now, when the Jutes, Saxon, and the Angles encamped Britain, they pushed them downward, and with respect to their presence, they introduced their own language, Angle and the Saxon and the Jute. That is where the word you always hear. If you are looking for something, they say Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon is just like saying Esi Nifite. Two tribes, two clans joining together. Anglo and the Saxon, Esi Nifite. Are you getting the point now? So the Anglo-Saxons, we are from Germany. They rode all the way from Germany to this new land. In those days when survival of the fittest was the order of the day. Are you getting my point? That is why for those living in the UK, you will notice that Britain have their own language. If they speak, you will notice a disparity. Saxons, the Angles, the Jutes, all these things are minute entities within the enclave of what is now England. The word England is Angleland. Angleland meaning the tribe Angle. Angleland. England. Now later, they infused several languages. French, Spaniard, Portuguese, Arabic, African. They borrowed every language, added to this new language. Now, from 5th century CE till 1066 AD, they transited from Old English to Middle English. Then until 17th century, until 1567, they now transited to Modern English. That is why if you read this new King James, or if you read old King James, you'll be hearing a different pattern of English. You hearing something like, that thou mayest be justified when thou speakest. Say ye into the word, go ye. Say it thou unto me, knowest thee not? These are transition from Old English, Old Anglo-Saxon to new one. Now, to cut the long story short, remember, what I'm trying to explain is the topic of the day, pagan. Those living in Britons then, we are pagans. Villagers living in Britain, we are pagans. Villagers living in Anglo, we are pagans. The Saxons, we are pagans. The Jutes, we are pagans. The Igbos, we are pagans. Do you get my point now? Every part of the world who are living in their village settings, we are all pagans. Provided you are in your village, you are a pagan. Now, this is December. As you are going back to your village, you are leaving the metropolitan city into the rural area, right? The transition from city life to village life, automatically you are a pagan. Not my statement. I am using their dictionary to explain their word. So, who is a pagan? A pagan is a villager. Meaning one. Meaning two. A pagan is somebody who does not conform to any religious beliefs. Casey, I hope you remembered when you read that. Which means, if you are a pagan, automatically, it means that you are spiritually inclined. Because once they say you are not conforming to religion, it means you are spiritual.